Alright, let's continue our journey of Adobe Illustrator. So let's talk about other than pencil. So if you click and hold it here, we got not only just the pencil, we got this blob brush as well as paintbrush. So what's the difference between blob brush as well as paintbrush? So I sort of treat blob brush as a round head brush. It can just use blob brush. We can also make a lot of amazing things. Okay, so let me show you. So if you click the blob brush here, and then you can just choose a basic round, basic flat, chisel, terminal, something like that. Let's just use basic round because I prefer use this, and you can change the color to maybe bluish color, and then you can draw on here. And by the way, everything that you do is sort of generated programmatically. So programmatically. Yeah, sorry about that. English is not my mother tongue. So you can select direct selection here, and then you can click it here, and then you can change this tiny detail. So for example, I don't want this to be straight. I just click and hold, and it will not be straight. We just got like a blob going outside, something like that. And of course, you can change the curve, so you got just a more creative. Okay, and then you can select as a whole, make it smaller, like slimmer, wider, something like that. If you don't like it, you can just delete it. Really simple. And of course, you can just change a different tip of the brush. So for example, we can have the flat, so it's not rounded at the beginning or at the end. So if you look here, just got something like this. And of course, we can get this chisel. Just you can basically use this, do whatever you want, as long as you just remember this is like a vector drawing. So you can't do something like this, and like doing a lot of a tiny little detail like you use when you say use Procreate, something like that. Just remember, everything that you create, you generate, you would just become a sort of like a separate object, and then you have to dealing with how to move it, how to change it, something like that, how to make it bigger, make it smaller, something like that. So don't use a lot of unnecessary script. So for example, if I'm like drawing, I would like drawing the hair, and I would draw something like this, okay, and drawing some like a messy part, okay. Don't do that. Don't do that. If you do that, every stroke that you just paint will be a separate object. It's not like sketching. Okay, so for example, we got some like cute guy here. Okay, everything just become a separate object. Okay, and you can just select that separately. Say the mouse, you don't want it, you can just move it away. You can make it bigger, something like that. So you don't want your design to be this messy. This can work pretty good when you say in a rasterized software like Procreate, something like that, or any other drawing software. But you can draw in that software and export it and import it in here as a reference sketch and then start drawing. So it's more like a smooth. So if you want to draw things, so it's more like a smooth thing rather than this sketchy thing. And then yeah, feel this something like that. But since it's like a brush, you can make your customized brush. Okay, so you can say paintbrush or blob brush, and then you can click it and new a brush, and then you can make a brush of your own. You can change your roundness. Okay, so if it's not so round, it'll be really sharp at the edge, and you can change the angle, so it sort of rotate a little bit, something like that. Of course, you can change the like a default size, and you can change the pressure dynamic. Okay, and you can just adjust a fine tuning, and then select this specific brush, and then try it out. And yeah, by the way, we are using the paintbrush, not only just the blob brush. Blob brush is like a rounded head, or it's like a um oh, I don't know how to say it. It's like it's like a ball pen, okay? So instead of just using pencil, really thin line. So I prefer to treat pencil like something like this, okay? So it's like a pencil. You can draw the sketch, and then you can fill the color automatically. But the block brush is more like a ball pen, okay? So and of course you can adjust the tip. But the calligraphy is like um, how to say, yeah, the paintbrush include like document art and calligraphic. Let me just get rid of everything. Okay, let me exit it. Let's just create a new. Just to create. Sorry, I got like a little bit cold recently. Sorry. The paintbrush, and you can choose different brush. Okay, let me just because I don't want this like auto zoom. So the paintbrush, if you select this, blob brush will just uh, let you to choose a specific like a rounded head or a basic flat brush. But the paintbrush got a lot of options that you can choose from. We got this document art or calligraphic, and of course you can add your own. I already demonstrate that. So the document we can have like a chalk and a raw marker, something like that, and you even got like basic banner. It's amazing because it's kind of like a programmatically generated banner. You get it's a starting point and end point. Okay, so this will be the guideline, and you let it go, it will just automatically generate a uh, a banner. Okay, so it's amazing. You can get like a banner, and then you can later just select this, and you can make it wider by select different part. Okay, so for example I can make it more, maybe not so curved. Yeah, maybe here not so curved. Change this, something like that, and then you can add text or you can design something like that. Okay, and then you can click here and you can choose different. Okay, so for example document like chalk, okay, or charcoal. Okay, this is really amazing. You can have all this charcoal, and remember, you draw the guideline first and let it go, and then it will automatically sort of generate and add that texture. It's not like doing that in real time. So you have to think about this. And the better way of understanding this is to select using direct select and click it here. You can see that it's sort of just a guideline, and then add yeah, programmatically add texture to it. So you can change the guideline, okay, then the texture will also change. Okay, so you guys can see the textures change, and it's sort of um like drag the whole texture with you. So it's amazing. Okay, so everything can be adjusted, and it's amazing. You can adjust the angle, something like that. It's amazing. And let's go back. Let's continue. We can also say got this art, and we got this ink pen, straw pen, something like that. It's amazing. You got zigzag, you got watercolor. So it's sort of like you can paint watercolor, but let me just show you. You can sort of paint watercolor like this, but it does not have the same how to say same feeling as when you say using Procreate. So for example, or any other drawing software. So the watercolor, for example, remember you are drawing the guideline first and let it go, and then this watercolor. So you can't possibly like drawing something like this, okay, and paint over this, something like that. It doesn't work like that. Okay, so it get really messy, and it doesn't work like when you go here and go back and go here, go back. It doesn't work like that. Okay, so you just create a multiple guideline and will overlap and will influence each other, and it will just be really horrible output. So don't do that. But what you can do is just use single stroke. So for example, a single stroke work pretty good. Single stroke, single stroke, single stroke. Yeah, it works like this, but it doesn't work like multiple things, because if you got multiple guideline and let it go, it'll be really messy. Okay, Of course, if you tend to have that style, there is like no hard restriction on forbid you doing this. Doesn't really matter. It's just about personal taste. Of course, you can click here, and then it will just go to your favorite, and then you can quickly select your favorite. Calligraphy, yeah, if you want to like draw, like calligraphy, okay, self-explanatory. So, for example, I tend to got something like wider as a calligraphy, and then so for example like William, Jamie, something like that. But as you guys can see, calligraphy is not like guideline first and then texture later, but it's sort of a, you draw here, you would just yeah, generate that the trailing uh, right now. Okay, that's sort of the difference. Yeah, I think that's pretty much it. So the pencil is for the quick, like thin, fine lined outline. Okay, something like this, and then you draw this, and then you can feel the color, something like that. So if you want more like design or paint-like thing, then you just need to use different brush. Blob brush for a cartoonic like illustration style, and rounded brush sort of style. Paint is more like more texture to it, okay. And different brush have different taste, okay. So sometimes it's just the guideline first and then add texture. Sometimes it's alive, okay. So you draw it and you can see it, okay. And yeah, that's all for the brush. Thanks, bye.